Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 scary videos caught in graveyards. We all know that graveyards are very scary places. They're scary even when there's nothing going on, but in these videos a lot of scary stuff happens. From Victorian ghost women, children hiding in trees, and bizarre apparitions. But before we get too scared, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10 we have Tree Ghost. This video was taken in Colombia. More specifically, it was taken at what's known as the Universal Cemetery. This graveyard is located in Barranquilla, Colombia, and it's said to be one of the country's largest. For a long time, many people have said this place is majorly haunted. After all, Colombia is known to be a pretty dangerous country. Well, as you can see in this video, a man is filming around the graveyard. Nothing much is going on, and he's simply showing off the big grey tombs. That is until he pans his camera over. Did you miss it? If you did, then let's watch it again in slow motion. As you can see, there appears to be some kind of dark figure. This silhouette of a hunched over man appears to walk behind a tree. But maybe it's just a guy walking around who went behind a tree. Well, here's where things get weird. The guy walks over to the tree and check out what happens next. To the guy's absolute astonishment, no one is behind the tree despite him seeing someone go right behind it moments ago. The man then says, "Oh my gosh," in Spanish and runs away. He obviously knows something terribly wrong is going on, and he assumes the place is haunted. If this ghost can make itself disappear, then it could easily make him disappear, so this guy did the right thing. This video has been confirmed as real by experts and was even on the news in Colombia. Next up is Ghost Child. This video was taken at something even scarier than a graveyard. This one was taken at a child graveyard. This place is called Kinder Cemetery. Of course, Kinder means child, and cemetery means cemetery. This place was established all the way back in 1902, and it's known as being a very haunted and scary place to be. As this man is filming around this graveyard, he sees what appears to be a ghost. If you missed it, let's play it in slow motion. As you can see, there's quite an opaque figure coming out of the ground. The man then zooms in, but by that time, it's disappeared. You can pretty see the shape of a body forming with a head and shoulders. Also, this is definitely a child ghost as it's way too small to be an adult. Next up is Woman in White. So let's say you're a big ghost skeptic. If so, you probably thought the two videos I showed you before are faked in some way. Well, this one isn't necessarily of a ghost. In fact, it may just be of someone who's seriously strange. One day, an American man named Ivan Patchler was looking out of his apartment window. Scarily, his apartment looks out over a graveyard. But that morning when he looked out of his window, he had to do a double take. That's because, as you can see, he saw a woman dressed all in white with no shoes. She kind of seems like a horror movie character with that long black hair. Ivan and his friends shout, "Hey, what you doing, girl?"
"Hey, what you doing, girl?"
But despite this, she pays them no notice. It's not clear what the woman's doing, but she appeared to be going around touching the graves. Ivan also says, "Uh-oh, now she knows where I live." Yeah, probably should have thought that one through before shouting at her, Ivan. Ivan then says, "You're scaring me," and the woman begins to walk away. She seems so transfixed by the graveyard and doesn't ever look at Ivan. She then walks further away into the graveyard and spins around a few times. Then she goes behind a big tomb and is not seen again. Ivan says, "I'm not going to stop recording until she comes out from behind the tombstone," but she never did. But what do you think? Is this a ghost or just some crazy lady who loves graveyards? Next up is Soldier Ghosts. This video was caught in Pennsylvania, USA. It was taken in Gettysburg National Park. Of course, this is the site of the Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War of the USA. During that battle, around 5,000 Union soldiers passed away, and they are all buried at the Gettysburg Cemetery in this national park. One day, an American tourist woman was at this cemetery when she noticed something very odd. She saw some strange light orbs in the trees and began to film them. But she had no idea that she was actually capturing something even more scary on ground.
Look at that orb up in the tree.
She's pointing up saying, "Wow, look at those orbs." But did you realize what was happening on the ground? There seemed to be a ghost of a Civil War soldier walking around. At first, there's only one soldier, and then more come. The woman said she never realized at the time and only saw after she'd filmed the video. She was simply filming the orbs in the trees, but she never realized the ghosts. Maybe these ghosts only show up on footage and not in real life. and maybe somehow the light orbs in the trees are related to the ghosts. Next up is Graveyard Creature. One day a man was hiking out in the woods. On his hike, he actually passes through a woodland cemetery, and as he was walking, he sees something very odd. As you can see, there appears to be a white ghostly figure behind this metal fence. Some online say this is the ghost of a child, while others say this is either special effects and faked or a lighting malfunction with the man's camera. A few others have said it's simply a plastic bag stuck to a tree branch. The one thing that makes this video strange for me is the man is not freaking out. If it were me, I'd be running away from a ghostly figure, but the man seems pretty calm. Anyhow, leave a comment telling me if you think this is real or totally fake. Next up is Ancient Apparition. This video was taken in an old 19th century graveyard. Two brothers went on a night walk through the graveyard. They were hoping to get proof of ghosts caught on camera. Well, I'm not sure whether they caught a ghost or not, but something strange was captured on the video. As you can see, as this man is panning around the graveyard, he sees a bizarre light orb. The man then pans back and the apparition runs off. I'm not sure what it was he caught, but it seemed to be living as it moved. Some say these two dots are eyes, but why are they going vertically and not horizontally? The man filming said he did not see the apparition when he was there in real life. Possibly because it's too dark, or maybe this bizarre ghost is only seen on camera. Some even say it looks like a man in a hood with some kind of weird light orb in his stomach. To be honest, I have no idea what this could be, but if you have an idea then comment down below. Next up is Grave Watcher. This video was caught at the Merryman Cemetery, which is located in the woods of the USA. But this video does not capture a merry man, instead it captures a creepy man. The man is filming the gravestones when his camera picks up a very scary figure. The figure is dressed all in black and appears to be watching the gravestones. The guy recording didn't even notice this figure was there until he got home and saw the video. Many people say this guy could have been a grave robber who was trying to take the graves. Many people said this guy could have been a grave robber who was looking for his next victim. After all, there was a do not disturb sign, so maybe they've had problems with this before. Others said it could be a ghost of someone buried in here, maybe looking over their own grave. But leave a comment below telling me what you think this guy's doing. Next up is Grave Flash. One day, two friends were messing around and one dared the other one to drive through a graveyard. This is a cemetery where you can actually drive through as there's a pathway for cars. They were driving around and looking for a ghost out of jest. But it was only when they reviewed the footage later on when they saw something very odd. As you can see, there's an intense orb of light coming off a gravestone. Now, you may think perhaps this is their car's headlight, but the angle actually makes no sense, meaning it was not the car's light. There's no obvious source of light as there doesn't seem to be a candle or torch anywhere near this gravestone. Some say perhaps this is someone sending a message from the other side. But what do you think? Can you explain this unexplained video? And finally on our list, we have Graveyard Voice. One morning, a New Orleans man named Trey was walking around a graveyard in his local town. There was no one around and he was just filming the graveyard. But then out of nowhere he hears this voice. Did you hear it? If not, I'll play it back in slow-mo. As you could hear, there was some kind of grunting voice. Trey is obviously freaked out and leaves the graveyard. So those were some very scary videos caught in graveyards. If you want to see a part 2 to this video, then comment down below. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Vote in the poll in the top right corner and tell me which video you thought was the most scary. I think it's the woman who was walking around in a white dress. If you guys want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.